fellow smoked salmon fans. I'm going to shut my fan off here. Julie and I are making some smoked salmon bellies this morning. We had them brining overnight in a commercial brine. Now I've had them in my screen tent and with the fan on them for the last hour, maybe a little more, hour and a half to dry them out and form the pellicle. We're going to put them in the smoker. We're going to start off at a low temperature, probably 120 for maybe an hour, and then we're going to bump it up to about 140 for another hour so we don't drive all the fat out of the meat. And we'll show you what we do a little later on after that. One more rack to go. Here goes the last rack. Like I said, we're going to start at 120 for an hour, maybe a little more. Then we're going to bump it up to 140 for about probably another hour. And then we're going to raise the heat a little higher after that until they're done. Okay, I'm back at the smoker here. We're smoking our salmon bellies. It's been about an hour and a half at 120. Let's see what we have. Okay, so some of the fat's starting to come out of this. Is a very fatty cut, but I think we're okay to bump it up a little bit. You can see the fat's been dripping down already. So we're going to bump it up to 140, and then we're going to give it a little smoke. 140, a little hard to see, but that's what it is. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I've got some alder chips. That's the kind that I like to use for salmon. So we're going to pour some in the bin here. I think it's about a half cup is what you're looking for. Oh, that'll be good. In they go. Turn them around and drop them into the smoking chamber, and away we go. Should have smoke in a few minutes. Okay, it's only been about 2-3 minutes and we got pretty good smoke coming out of there now. And it smells good. Temperature's up to 135. Okay, salmon lovers, we're back here at the smoker. We've been at 140 degrees for about a little more than an hour, not quite an hour and a half. We were at 120 degrees before that for about an hour and a half to try and keep the meat from losing all of its fat. It's still going to lose some, so anyway, we put some smoke on it when we bumped it up to 140, and now we're going to check it and we're going to put a little glaze on it. We have some honey that we've melted in the microwave, and we have also some brown sugar in a water mixture here that we're going to do a little glazing on this. So let's take a rack out and see what we have. Okay. Okay, now for the honey glazed. Let's try to get these not touching. Oops. Looks like there's going to be a cook's choice there. I'll try to rub the fat off. There you go. Especially this first time. Then it shouldn't come out quite so much after that.
Okay.
Okay, one last rack. Let's see if we can glaze these nicely now. Okay, so we rearranged our racks a little bit. We still got some smoke coming out of there. We're going to close it back up so we got our temperature, we don't lose all of our temperature. Okay, well, we've done our glazing. We rubbed with a silicone brush the racks of salmon belly. We did 2 with honey, and we did 2 with a brown sugar little water syrup, homemade syrup. So we've done an hour and a half at 120. We've done a little less than an hour and a half at 140. Then when we rubbed them with the glaze, it takes off some of that curd or the album, whichever you like to call it, that the fat that comes out of the meat. And now we've raised it up to 175. I don't know if we can see that or not. It's climbing up there now. It's at about, oh gee, I can't even see. Anyway, we raised it to 175, and we're going to let that go for a while and see what happens after that. Okay, salmon lumbers, we're back to our smoked salmon bellies. It's been about an hour. We put a little glaze on them last time. We're going to redo it now, and we'll go from there. Whew, hot. Look at those beauties. They're getting there. So that was the top rack. Is that honey. Sugar?
Honey.
Honey? We got 2 different glazes here. They look like they're getting done. Looks like the fat is not pooling into curds like it was on the last one. Salmon candy. Starting to get a little darker color on them. You don't want to get these too done either, but I don't think they're as tricky as regular salmon is, since there's a little more fat in these. Back in the smoker. We switched around racks last time, so we'll let them go. Maybe next time we'll switch the rack top to bottom again, rearrange them a little. One more load of smoke and that'll be enough. You don't want to give them too smoky. These are alder chips. Whoops. That's funny. That'll be enough for the whole batch. There we have it. We'll check you later. Well, here are the finished salmon belly pieces. We cooked them not to like jerky dryness, but they're fairly dry, fairly firm. You can do it more or less to your specific taste. We've already sampled a couple. You can see the bare spots there. They're really good, so good luck with your smoking. It sure is a good treat to have on hand.